Good afternoon everyone. Today I will discuss the cross product of two vectors. So let A and B are two non-empty vectors. Non-empty we represent in short form A vector not equal to 0 vector, B vector not equal to 0 vector. That means A and B are non-empty. The vector product of two vector A and B is defined as A cross B. We represent in the cross symbol, so we say that this is cross. Why we say vector product? Because the resultant of this output of these two product of these two vectors is a vector. Output of these two vectors, cross product of these two vectors, ए दुईटी वेक्टर क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट आउटपुट जो रिजल्ट हम दिस इज ए वेक्टर because here n cap is a vector which shows the direction of the vector and magnitude is this. Angle is theta is the angle between a vector and b vector. This is the diagram. A vector, suppose this is b vector, so angle between these two vector is theta. So this n cap is shows the direction of these two vectors, and theta is the angle between a vector and b vector, and theta lies between 0 to pi. Also we write 0 to minus pi. How? In the case of 0 to minus pi, we represent in this situation, in this case we rotate in anti-clockwise direction, or we rotate in this direction. So A to B, the direction is upward. When we rotate in minus direction, yani if angle is negative, so we rotate clockwise direction. When we rotate in clockwise direction, the direction n cap is shown in. When we rotate in negative clockwise direction, the n cap will show in downward direction. So in this case we get the negative sign of A cross B. So what is n cap? Very very important is this n cap. N cap is a unit vector. N cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both A vector and B vector. What is it mean? What is it mean? N cap is a vector. A vector टा कौन होगा ना? A दी जनकर plane को perpendicular. Suppose एटा हला A vector, एटा हला B vector. तामाने A plane टा ही गला. Suppose this is my A vector. This is my A vector, and this is A vector. Okay, this is another vector. So n cap is this. Okay, that means this vector is perpendicular the paper. तो पेपर को परपेंडिकुलर ହେଇଛି माने A vector और B vector रो जो प्लेन ऊपर अछि से प्लेन को परपेंडिकुलर. तो सेही पे लिखा अछि n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both A vector and B vector. That means n cap is perpendicular to the plane of the vector A vector and B vector. That means n cap is perpendicular to A cross B. या माने होची A cross B होची A cross B रो जो प्लेन ता तयारी हला A cross B रे जो प्लेन ता तयारी होची से प्लेन ऊपर n cap vector perpendicular है. तो n cap is a unit vector which is perpendicular both the vector. ता माने n cap ता एमिति होची. Okay, when we rotate these two vector in the direction, तो n cap this thumb is denoted as n cap. तो n cap a plane को जदि मु ए बोर्ड टा को A vector और B vector रो क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट बोली माने n cap से ता बोर्ड को परपेंडिकुलर हिची. ता माने मन रखिबा पय पडियो तुमको n cap ता परपेंडिकुलर टू not A vector and B vector, both A and B vector or plane of the A vector A B vector. A B vector जो क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट रे जो प्लेन ता तयारी होची से प्लेन को परपेंडिकुलर. ओके, और we write in the screw. जदि मु स्क्रू टा को रोटेट करबी on clockwise anti clockwise direction, तो वार अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन होबो. जदि क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन रोटेट करबी ए स्क्रू टा तोळा आड़ को होबो और downward direction. This is the simple basic idea about cross product, or why we say this is cross product, because we use the symbol cross. Why we say this is vector product? Because resultant of these two cross product of two vector is a vector, because this is magnitude or this is a scalar. Okay, this is represent direction. Then we say that scalar into direction called vector. So resultant is a vector. That's way we say vector product. Okay, now we go some remarks about these two vector. If A vector or B vector remark if A vector is equal to 0 or B vector equal to 0, so or both A vector and B vector is equal to 0, so what we get, A cross B is equal to 0 vector, not 0 magnitude, 0 vector, because resultant is a vector. Okay, the cross product of two vector is a vector quantity. Cross product of two vectors is a vector quantity. Already we said. Third, the unit vector, already we read, unit vector of n cap is perpendicular to A cross B. Okay. Fourth, condition of parallelism. Condition of parallelism. Okay. Of two vectors. What is it mean? Condition. What will be the condition for two vectors are parallel? If A vector parallel to B vector, that means angle between A vector and B vector is either 0 or pi. Okay, either 0 or pi. So if angle between these two are 0, then what will be there? That implies sin 0 is equal to 0 or sin pi is also equal to 0. That we get A vector cross B vector is equal to magnitude of A, magnitude of B, sin 0 and get that is equal to 0 vector. That means if two vectors A parallel to B vector, that implies A cross B is equal to 0. This is the condition on parallelism. दोनों vector, if two vectors are parallel, then their cross product is 0. In scalar product, we already proved that if two vectors, if angle between these two are perpendicular to each other, then if two vectors are perpendicular, then their dot product equal to 0 in case of scalar product. Dot product equal to 0 where A vector is perpendicular to B vector. This is the perpendicularity condition for scalar product. Here parallelism, when two vectors are parallel, if their cross product equal to 0, then we say that these two vectors are parallel to each other. Next, then what will be the product of two equal vector? समान vector रो product कौन होगा? We know that two vectors are, the angle between two equal vector is 0. Next, A vector cross A vector is equal to, because angle between two equal vector is two angle between identical vectors is 0. That means sin 0 is equal to 0. Okay, then we say that A magnitude sin 0 and cap or sin 0 is 0, so vector is 0. That we get I cap cross I cap equal to 0 vector, not 0. From this conclusion, we get 6 a vector cross minus a vector. Here direction is opposite. Here direction is opposite. So angle is here. Angle is pi. That implies sin pi is equal to also 0. Because a vector and minus a vector. Because a vector and minus a vector are opposite in direction. Are opposite in direction. एमानकर डायरेक्शन अपोजिट तो एंगल हबो पाई. ओके सो sin पाई और आल्सो 0 तो sin पाई 0 हेले एटा भी 0. ओके दिस इज आल्सो 0 वेक्टर. 7 a vector cross b vector is not equal to b vector cross a vector. This is the most important property. This is the most important property. Cross product does not satisfy commutative property. Okay, या commutative law. जेमिति कि scalar product satisfy करूतला a dot b is equal to b dot a, but in this case scalar product satisfy commutative property, but in this case cross product does not satisfy commutative law. So what is equal? So a vector for this node a vector cross b vector is equal to negative of a cross b. Okay, negative of b cross a. Sorry, negative of b cross a. This is the correct. Negative of b cross a. This is the property. From these two condition, we get some results about I cap, j cap, k cap. Okay. With the help of these two conditions, we get some result about I cap, j cap, k cap. I cap x-axis along unit vector along x-axis, unit vector along y-axis j cap, unit vector along z-axis is k cap. From this we get some result I cap cross I cap. We know angle between two equal vector is 0. So sin 0 0. So I cap cross or j cap cross j cap is equal to 0. K cap cross k cap is equal to 0. But I cap cross j cap is equal to what? I cap j cap is equal to k cap. Okay, I cap j cap k cap. Again j cap k cap, j cross k is equal to I cap. We use also same rule. How we get I cap j cap equal to k cap? From this I cap cross j cap. We know I cap j cap भितरे एंगल केते 90 डिग्री काहे कि ना ए तीन जण निज निज भितरे 90 डिग्री एंगल बनाउछंती. ओके, तो I cap रो मैग्नीट्यूड प्लस j cap रो मैग्नीट्यूड इक्वल टू sin समान का भितरे एंगल केते 90 डिग्री. आउ n cap. व्हाट इज n cap? हियर n cap इज कहइतली n cap ता कोन जे I cap और j cap को परपेंडिकुलर करूथिबा वेक्टर. आमे जानि छे I cap और j cap को मतलब x एक्सिस और y एक्सिस को परपेंडिकुलर करथुवा वेक्टर ता होछि z एक्सिस और z एक्सिस रो अलोंग यूनिट वेक्टर रो डायरेक्शन कोन k cap. तो वी रिप्लेस इट n cap इन प्लेस ऑफ k cap. बुझा आसिला काहे कि सेठी k cap लिखिली काहे कि ना n cap डेफिनेशन रे जो लिखिदिली n cap इज द perpendicular unit vector perpendicular to both I cap and j cap. तो I cap और j cap को परपेंडिकुलर करूथिबा वेक्टर ता एठी हमरो किए z एक्सिस रो अलोंग रे जी अछि आ हम जानि से z एक्सिस रो अलोंग रे यूनिट वेक्टर ता होछि k cap. तो k cap n cap जगह k cap डायरेक्ट लिखली. वी नो दैट I cap cross j cap. I cap मतलब यूनिट वेक्टर अलोंग x एक्सिस तो मैग्नीट्यूड 1. सिमिलरली j cap is the unit vector along y axis तो magnitude 1 sin 90 degree रो वैल्यू 1 into k cap. So that is equal to k cap. We get the result. Okay, similarly I cap j cap is equal to I cap. From this we can prove do yourself. Similarly k cap I cap cross I cap is equal to jk. Same process we get prove it. Okay, what will be the reverse order? jk cross kk, jk cross kk, sorry jk cross ik. एडी a cross b होची नेगेटिव ऑफ b cross a, तो i j आउ i रो क्रॉस कोन होबो माइनस ऑफ कोन होबो i cross. ओके, तो i क्रॉस j ମୁଁ ପାଇছি k, तो माइनस k, तो i क्रॉस j एटा दरकार थला j क्रॉस i इक्वल टू माइनस k. Similarly how we get, we get reverse of this, k cross j is equal to minus ik. Similarly I cross k is equal to minus j. These are the some result. What these are the some result we have used in next topic. Okay, in this case we write some properties. M a vector cross b vector, मतलब m is a scalar, तो we replace with cross. Okay, we can write it here. और h से भी हम लिख सकते हैं a cross m b vector. Okay, again a cross distributive law b cross c, तो we can write a cross b vector plus a cross c vector. We cannot change the order. Distributive law satisfied, or a cross a plus b cross c vector is equal to a cross c vector plus b cross c vector. Okay, also we can write this is 1 2 3 4. Again we write vector product sum vector a vector plus b vector plus c vector plus d vector. This is plus. Okay, so how is it? First this plus cross c plus cross c. Okay, a plus b, this is d. Okay, after that we solve it. A cross c plus b cross c plus a cross d plus b plus d. डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव लॉ को हम ब्रेक कर सकते हैं ऐसे. ओके